López Obrador. The prognosis for the neoliberals did not work. The Mexican economy grew. The Mexican economy is responding. Compared to the first half of last year, we have a growth of 0.3 in relation to the growth of the second quarter of last year and the second quarter of 2019, President Andres Manuel López Obrador reported. Contrary to what some predicted that the economy was going to fall and that we were going into recession, fortunately the economy grew, according to INGI data. The prognosis for the experts did not work, he said. The National Institute of Statistics and Geography, INGI, reported that in the second quarter of 2019, the gross domestic product, GDP, increased 0.1%, and compared to the second quarter of last year, the growth variation was 0.3%. These are the data already of the INGI in comparison with the first semester of last year. We have a growth of 0.3, not only in relation to the growth of the second quarter of last year, with the second quarter of this year. This clears the fear, the intention of creating distrust. We have no doubts, but his insistence on the recession leads to uncertainty. We know the country is going well, he stressed. He added that does not mean that everything is resolved. There are situations that we are facing, but of course we are doing very well in the economic part and in what has to do with well-being. In a morning press conference he indicated that the results show that austerity, by spending well, can grow. He recalled that the expenditure is aimed at those who need it most, since what we want is a modernity forged from below and for all. Our model is for growth to become development in a country where we need to create jobs. We have to ensure that the investment is well directed and gives people work. We must find the balance and not abandon the popular economy. That does not mean that we will stop promoting foreign investment so that jobs in the industry continue to be created, he emphasized. The president listed the three priorities of his government: rescue the energy sector and make Pemex the lever of national development, to establish the welfare state with pensions, scholarships for students, impulse to the field, improvement of education and health, and strengthening public security with 85,000 elements of the National Guard for this year with the aim of lowering the crime incidence. He said that all this has to be financed without raising taxes, fuel prices or public debt. Before the recommendation was out, the people had to tighten their belts. That has already changed. Now the one who has to tighten his belts is the government. No waste, no luxury. Republican austerity, he said. He said that in the expenditure budget of the Federation 2020, the federal government will maintain commitments not to generate increases. It will be on September 8 when it is presented. There's no reason to worry. He stressed that, so far this year, the peso is the currency that has strengthened most in the world in relation to the dollar. There's no depreciation, inflation is down, popular consumption increased, and the average salary of the insured in the IMSS is one of the highest in recent times. He also said that the social programs that are promoted from the Secretariats of Welfare and Labor generate jobs. In Youth Building the Future there are already 900,000 apprentices, and in So in Life, more than 200,000 farm workers. On the projections in the state of the Mexican economy in the international context, the Secretary of the Treasury and Public Credit, Arturo Herrera Gutierrez, will report this day. It also has to be taken into account to have good references, he added. He affirmed that in the neoliberal period only capital investments with little generation of labor were bet. He recalled that in Oaxaca, for example, the construction of rural roads encourages jobs by using revolvers and promoting the participation of women and men instead of large machinery. Another sample is that through the So in Life program, 500,000 hectares are cultivated with the work of 200,000 farmers, which implies an investment smaller than that of an automated plant. In the Financial Times they made fun of me because I made known how a pitch worked in Huasca and that a farmer lived from it. That economy, although mocking, is very important. Small is beautiful, nothing more than in the technocratic, neoliberal conception. That doesn't matter, he said.